Welcome to the Essence of Ramdasness YouTube channel. Here you will find short videos that each explore just one of his well-known quotes or key spiritual lessons. Today we are discussing one of my most favorite of all Ramdas quotes. Cosmic humor, especially about your own predicament, is an important part of your journey. Cosmic humor is when you see that it is the universe itself that is playing the joke. Cosmic humor arises from the perception of and appreciation of any of the many spiritual paradoxes inherent in life. For example, it has been said that in order to become enlightened, one must give up all desire, including the desire to become enlightened. That is cosmic humor. Here is an example he gave us of a spiritual paradox and the cosmic humor inherent in it. The cosmic humor is that if you desire to move mountains and you continue to purify yourself, ultimately you will arrive at the place where you are able to move mountains. But in order to arrive at this position of power, you will have had to have given up being he who wanted to move mountains, so that you can be he who put the mountain there in the first place. The humor is that finally, when you have the power to move the mountain, you are the person who placed it there, so the mountain stays. My family had a long, intermittent friendship with Ramdas. It started when my mother met him as Richard Alpert in October of 1964. In 1993, I wrote him a letter. In it, I asked him what it was like to be so famous. His reply to me can help us understand cosmic humor, as it demonstrates the importance of not being pretentious, of not being tightly attached to the various roles that we are called to play in life. You cannot laugh with the universal cosmic humor if you have an inflated sense of self-importance. His reply to my question about being famous was, "Fame is all relative, and I'm really just a big fish in a very little pond. I tried to milk it for significance, but it turned out to be kind of irrelevant, because it still boils down to the depth of the truth that you share with beings from moment to moment, and that requires getting free of roles and identities in that moment. When I hug someone in line after a lecture, in that hug all the Ramdasness disappears, and there is only hugness that remains." This next quote explains how it is actually more enjoyable to be free of attachments to the various roles and identities that prevent us from seeing the cosmic humor in situations. Everybody is playing with their stories, who they think they are. It's more fun to just witness it all, to be in the environment in which it is all happening. My friend once told me that joy and laughter are alignments to your soul's deepest and highest expressions of divinity. We have all heard the expression that laughter is the best medicine because it is healing. Finding humor connects us back to our spiritual self, which is always somewhat of a spontaneous state to be in. When I can find the cosmic humor in any situation, then the sky is no longer falling. Ramdas said, "There is much more in any given moment than we usually perceive, and that we ourselves are much more than we usually perceive. When you know that, part of you can stand outside the drama of your life." Ramdas said it was particularly important to try to find the cosmic humor in our own predicament. Here is how Alan Watts once expressed that. "Just as true humor is laughter at oneself, true humanity is knowledge of oneself." The majority of inner peace, serenity, and happiness in life is entirely dependent on the attitude that we choose to bring to our predicaments. As Ramdas said, you can do it like it's a great weight on you, or you can do it like it's part of the dance. This meme is a visual representation of the cosmic humor that Ramdas was referring to. The circle of life. Nama stroller. The stroller in me sees and recognizes the stroller in you. To my knowledge, this next Ram Dass quote was one of his very first to become popular and widely known. I recall sharing it with my friends in the early 70s. It definitely speaks to some cosmic humor inherent in modern life. Just because you are seeing divine light, experiencing waves of bliss, or conversing with gods and goddesses is no reason to not know your zip code. Here is a quote that beautifully expresses how not taking ourselves and the events in our lives too seriously is an important part of this journey. Everyone should smile. Life really isn't that serious. We make it hard. The sun rises, the sun sets. We just tend to complicate the process. Ram Dass uniquely made spirituality and Eastern mysticism accessible, understandable, and attractive to us in the West. His teachings continue to attract many, many new adherents because they are timeless in their content as well as eminently and practically useful in so many contexts. If you would like a copy of this montage of photos of him, I can email you the file, which is suitable for turning into a poster. Directions for that are in the descriptions of this video. If you would like to read the letters that Ram Dass sent to my family and the stories about them, they are on the Encounters with Ram Dass website at www.ramdasslove.org. There you will also find hundreds of Ram Dass memes sorted into categories and hundreds of photos of him. The link is in the description of this video. If you like this video, if you appreciate what I'm trying to do with this effort, please subscribe to this channel, click the like button, and share about it on social media. My motivation to produce more of these videos is directly dependent on how well they are received, and that is the only way I will know. Feel free to suggest a topic for a future video in the comments to this one. Peace, love, and may the Force be with you.